Hey guys, my name is David's Wrench, and you guys challenged me to do an oversaturated YouTube challenge from 2015 that's been done 1,000 times. I got everything that we're gonna need right here in front of me already. Don't worry if you can't see that well, I have my lights as bright as the surface of the sun, so let's get into it. Hello, and welcome back to the channel of things that I just think of and do. No, don't leave! Today, I have my dog Nala here. And today we are going to camouflage ourselves, paint each other into the color blue of the wall behind me. I cannot keep her here, and I also cannot clown on Jenna. I love her too much. Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back, and yes, today starts the 37-part investigation on the death of a smaller YouTube channel called David Seymour. Unfortunately for him, his views are dropping, his weight is rising.
Did they say that?
Did who say that?
Did he really say that?
I made this up. This is a parody.
I'll kick his ass.
His views are dropping, his weight is rising, and today we try to dig up the reasons why. I just spent way too much time on those skits, and you probably don't even know who they are. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Buzzfeed test. As I've said in the past, when I do little skits like that, it's no actual shade. Those are all YouTubers I watch and enjoy, so don't go run off and telling them that they got parodied. Today though, on our channel, I put up 5 options on my Instagram poll for you guys to choose from. And not surprisingly, you guys picked the chocolate tart as made by my girl, Rie. Now when people started to see that this one was gonna win, I got a bunch of angry comments and DMs on Instagram saying, oh, it's another dessert, it's more chocolate, I don't wanna see it. I don't care. It's Rie, the tasty queen, and we will be doing it today. Plus it looks just plain delicious, and I've never made a tart before, so let's get right into it. So peeps, if you are gonna try to make this one at home, you're gonna need to grab some powdered sugar and cocoa powder, kosher salt and water, some flour and white sugar, a few bars of baking dark chocolate, vanilla extract, an egg, some unsalted butter, and then some instant coffee, which for some reason I have in these little weird iced tea packets. Now as far as baked goods go, especially with something like a tart, I would think it would be a really rigorous process, a lot of ingredients and measurements, but it's really not. It's really straightforward. You start with stuff like butter and powdered sugar creamed together. I slowly added in an egg and then threw some dry ingredients on top of that. As always, if you want the specific measurements, the link to the tasty video is down in the description. Now once I had that all mixed together and the crust started to form, I rolled it out, I kneaded it a little bit, and then once I formed it into that disc shape, the same as with any pie crust, I wrapped some plastic wrap around it and then tossed it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Now as for the filling, once again, this is some really straightforward and easy stuff. You start with some butter and water on your stove top, get that nice and hot, and then add in your instant coffee. And I left it on the heat while I prepared my chocolate baking bar, some sugar and vanilla, and then you want to dump that super piping hot coffee mixture over your chocolate, allow it to sit there for about a minute so the chocolate can start to melt down a little bit, and then mix it all together. The one thing that I'd say is a little bit odd with this is that you add in your whole eggs at the very end. Usually this is one of the first ingredients to go in anything that you bake. Again, as I said at the beginning, I've never made a tart, so all you bakers out there are probably cringing at me. My apologies. But now that I had the actual filling ready, I had to prepare the chocolate crust and cue all of the angry pitchfork commenters. I didn't have a tart pan, I'm sorry. Instead, I'm gonna try to use this really shallow pie tray. How different can it possibly be? There's just no crimped edges and it's a little bit deeper than a tart pan. So once I had that chocolate dough rolled out nice and thin and wrapped up on my rolling pin, I laid it out over my pan, I gave the edges a press down, and then cut all the excess off. I also poked a bunch of holes in the bottom of it, and once I had a few, I pre-baked it in a 375-degree oven for 15 minutes until it got a little bit crispy around the edges. All we have to do now is dump in our Tart mixture, which is pretty cooled off by now. Spread it evenly across the bottom and then pop it in the oven for one last time until the middle is still a little bit jiggly, but the outsides are pretty solid looking. Now I don't know if I was supposed to have all these little holes from the bubbles on top. I don't think Rie's did, but if it tastes the same, I'm not gonna complain. If this is as smooth and rich as I'm expecting it to be, I'm gonna be so happy and probably eat half of that thing. I don't love the bubbles though. Is that enough to trigger your trypophobia out there? It also cut super well. It's like staying together. It literally just looks like a melted down chocolate bar on the inside. Oh man. Yup. I love the flavor of that crust, and then when the crunchy bits mix in with that really smooth interior. Oh man, that's good. If I were to make this again, I would probably tone back on the coffee a little bit because that's coming through, probably even more so than the chocolate in the filling. But other than that, this is so good. I gotta give that a very solid 9.2 out of 10. Rie, if you're watching this, thank you for gifting this to the world. Whenever I eat anything now, I have to come up and make sure I have no chocolate or stuff smudged on my face. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video and the cringeworthy skit at the beginning. If you did, leave a big like. I also, oh my god, I have to remind you, if you order your merch by December 1st, it is guaranteed to get to you before Christmas. After December 1st, there's no guarantee of it shipping in time. The link to my holiday shirts, the sweatshirts, the backpacks, it's in the top line of the description. Go check it out if you haven't yet. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Other than that, have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you right back here next time. Peace!